What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Alright, how's everyone doing today? Yep, so, it wasn't a terrible day. Actually, wow, the Dow Jones actually, finished slightly in the green. I didn't see that. But, alright. So, today is Monday, May 16th, 2022. I'm your host, Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. So, today we're doing the show from Ramenistan. Yeah, so the day started in the green. Morning was really green. Everything was looking pretty good. And just throughout the day, everything started bleeding down all day. And now we finish SPY or S&P 500 in the red. NASDAQ down over 1%. And the Dow Jones held up pretty decently. Finishes slightly bullish. But yeah, overall, not the greatest day. It pump faked us once again. It looked like we are going to have a pretty good day, and nope, just bleed all day. But hey, do you expect anything different? Actually, I thought today was going to sell off pretty hard. Based on last week, Friday, the aftermarket action looked pretty bad. I thought it was going to dump pretty hard today. So it did dump, but not nearly as bad as I thought it would. But yeah. You know it's bad when you have to celebrate these little victories. Like, oh, it's only slightly bearish today. Only went down a little bit. better than dumping completely. So yeah. Still a big bear market here. And pretty disappointing day. Although it could have been a lot worse. What up, Zach? What up, Low Roller? What up, Peasy?
Hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate everyone. Alright, so people starting to come in here. And Jalen, what's up, dude? So yeah, people starting to come in. Thank you, guys. And hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy Monday. Good day. Nice QQQ scalping. Yeah, Tech was good for day trading today. Yeah, like I said, especially Tech was in the green a lot in the morning, and then just sold off all day. Yeah, I'm looking at QQQ now. Nice rips, nice dips. So very volatile overall. But yeah, good for scalping, good for day trading. I am broke on skill game. I have to beg for money in the street tomorrow, at least $4. Dude, maybe you should just chill out. Beggars do make a lot of money, but sorry to hear that, dude. Maybe you should chill out, take a break from the skill games. But thanks for being here, dude. Choppy day in the market? Yeah, Jalen. Pretty disappointing. Like I said, it looked like it was going to be a pretty good day, and then just bleeding all day. And finish in the red, for the most part. But nothing new here, you know. Just a lot of bear stuff going on. 2022, that's how it's been going. But, could have been a lot worse. Although the VIX is down, it's pretty interesting. Luna will be doing reverse coin split. Kind of. They're gonna fork the chain. So technically, yeah, you could think of it as a reverse split, but not necessarily. But they're just gonna fork the chain and restart a new project. Sundial pumping, why didn't you add to your list? Because I think it did make top 10, but it only had like 1,500 mentions. So not so much retail interest in that. That's not really good, not worth discussing too much. But alright, guys. So thanks everyone for being here. Please smash the like button. So today, got a great show for you guys today. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe let's go for 2 hours today. But yeah, as always, we'll be doing our daily stock and crypto reviews. And today we have one article. So, not so many articles, not so many Yolos. Only one article about Luna. And then today for the analysis, we got an update on Luna, Terra Luna. Do Kwon, the CEO, the founder. So we discussed on Friday the new revival plan. and today he came out with an updated version and more details about that. So we'll go over that. So that's not actual TA, but we're going to read his post. Then for the TA today, we're going to do BBIG and MULN. MULN. Those made top 10 on StockTwits, retail favorites. So we're going to discuss those. We're going to do TA on those. And then we'll get to the Yolos, and honestly, the Yolos shouldn't take too long. A lot of memes and some lost corn. But, Wall Street Bets, the mods were slacking this weekend and today. Yeah, that forum is, that subreddit is kind of deleted at this point. It isn't anywhere close to what it once was. But yeah, pulled out the best ones there, not so much to choose from. So news shouldn't take too long. YOLO shouldn't take too long. We're gonna spend most of the show today talking about the Luna plan and the TA on BBIG and MULN. So yeah, maybe depending on how many people coming in chat, we'll probably go 1.5 to 2 hours today. Probably more than 2 hour side. Bucks and Suns lose. Yeah, the Suns was pretty surprising. The Bucks was like kind of 50-50. The Celtics were the better team, but the Suns got blown out yesterday. So that was pretty surprising. So it looks like probably the Warriors going to go to the finals. And the Celtics and the Heat, that's going to be pretty close as well. It is not safe to go to grocery store anymore. You heard Buffalo shooting supermarket this weekend. Yeah, I did see that. Pretty sad. And that seemed to be racially motivated, so very sad to hear. Sad stuff. And yeah, that was in Tops, which I used to go to a lot to when I lived in Syracuse. That doesn't really exist here, but that was at a Tops supermarket. Yeah, sad stuff. Luna coin pumping this weekend. I hope people sold Luna coin in the peak this weekend. Well, peak, meaning the highest it was in a couple of days. Now, the project is done. It's pretty much done. I don't know why people are still trading that. Well, maybe you can make a little money day trading it, but I don't see why people would buy and hold that. It's going to be Luna Classic soon, which we'll get to in a second. What up, Punk Skater?
Hey. What's up?
Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you. Bro, you were right today. I got wrecked, lol. Sorry to hear that, dude. I had a feeling that today was going to be in the red. That's what I said on Friday. And I was glad I was wrong in the morning, but throughout the day, it just kept bleeding down. It wasn't too bad, though. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, pretty disappointing. The market knows how to play with your emotions. Bears get wrecked, Bulls get wrecked, everyone gets wrecked in this market. It's crazy. Kroger guy said he owed $250K student loans. He hoped Biden forgive his student loans. He said he's going back to the university. All right, so he has two. All right, so there's no hope for this guy. His whole channel is just pretty much complaining about being a victim. But yeah, it's his fault for taking out so many student loans. And he didn't do anything with his degree. I don't know what he got his degree in, but it sounds pretty useless. Can't get a job, and now he's like, come on, government, come save me. And even if Biden does, it doesn't look like it's going to go through because, midterms are coming up, and, Democrats are probably going to lose control in the midterms. So if there's time to do it, it is now. But even now, it doesn't really seem like the Democrats have the majority. I mean, technically they do, but, you got some fake Democrats in the Senate, like Joe mentioned. So that's probably not going to happen. So, and if he's that much in debt and his degree didn't work, he's going to go back and put himself more in debt. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. But also, and I don't really want to get too political, but, I took out a good amount of student loans and I paid it all back. So what if you get student loan forgiveness? Do I get a reimbursement for my, because I was responsible and I paid back my student loans, So it's crazy out here. But yeah, that's a lost cause for this guy. What up, Swarley? So is it dump time for BBIG and is it pump time for MULN? Well, we'll get to that later in the show. We're gonna do some other stuff first, you know, our daily reviews and talk about Luna first. But in summary, yes, it is dump time for BBIG. Not financial advice, but in my opinion, it'll pump for like probably 1 or 2 more days, and then the dividend's gonna come out. And then it'll probably dump from there after the dividend is paid out. Long term, though, it does look pretty bullish. And for MULN, it does look like it's gamma squeezing. Not gonna lie, but not sure how high it's gonna go. But it looks like it's pumping right now, and at some point it is gonna dump. So people gotta lock in their gains. That's all I'll say. It's going down a little in the aftermarket here, so it's probably gonna go down tomorrow. But it looks like it's gamma squeezing. So at some point or another, it's gonna pull back, and people gotta hit the sell button. But for now, it is pumping. Yes, MULN's a bit more complicated. But yeah, we'll get to all this later on in the show. But MULN is pretty much what I said on Friday. Kroger guy received first warning. Someone left bad reviews on the website, so he's gonna get fired again. What's new? He said his parents abandoned him when he was younger. His parents don't like him. Sounds like he needs therapy. Yeah, he got mommy issues, got daddy issues, and just keeps blaming everything on. I mean, that's pretty unfortunate. But you're not gonna get anywhere just playing victim. Democrats only hope anti-abortion in midterm elections. Yeah, that's the big issue right now. But it's not looking good for the Democrats in the midterms. Probably gonna lose power. So if they want to get their stuff done, they got to do it right now. They only got a couple more months to get their agendas through, or it's gonna be gridlock from there. No, you won't get anything? Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, I know I'm not gonna get anything, but that's my logic. I was responsible, and I paid back my student loans, and you got everyone else screaming, "Forgive, forgive, forgive," and I'm like, all right, that's fine, you can forgive, but can I get a refund? Because if you're gonna forgive, I wouldn't have paid it, right? And even if they do forgive, it's not gonna be a 100% forgiveness. You're not gonna, if you're $300,000 in debt, they're not gonna pay off your 300K debt. That's insane. You probably there's a cap. If it does happen, it's probably gonna be a cap, like 10 or 20K or something like that. Never went to college, so no student loans for me. Yeah, that's pretty smart. College is not for everyone. It's actually not for most people, honestly. You should only go to college if you get a degree in stuff that matters. Like if you're gonna be a lawyer or a doctor, an engineer, or something like that. But you got these kids going for these ridiculous degrees, all these gender studies and these racial studies, and the stuff that doesn't even matter. And they just put themselves in debt and then scream victim. So yeah, that's good for you, Punk Skater. You knew you didn't want to go, and no debt, and it seems like you're doing pretty fine in life. So yeah, I don't know why society tells people you got to go to college, because you definitely don't nowadays. Playing the woe is me game won't get you very far in life. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, that's what the world is coming to. No accountability, and that's fine. You could keep playing that game, but yeah, you're not gonna get where you want to be in life. So hey, it can't feel too bad. These days, college isn't worth it. Back in the day, it was affordable and decent paying job was plenty. Not so much today. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And back in the day, college was like a privilege, a luxury, and now it's kind of normal. But yeah, it was a lot more affordable back then, and it was worth it because not many people had degrees, and now everyone has one, so it doesn't mean anything. You pretty much have to get a master's or a PhD to like really stand out. But yeah, college isn't for most people, and a lot of people screw themselves going to college, so people gotta learn this. He said he wants to go to San Diego to help him to help him on homeless people like him. I told him save money on bus pass to go to San Diego, but he can't afford it. He's almost 800 subscribers. Yeah, pretty crazy that he's actually getting subs, because his whole audience is pretty much people like him, you know, people screaming victim and sympathizing with that cause. But yeah, go to California for because you know they got enough homeless people. But maybe he should actually just, you know, work on, well, just work on being a better worker, working harder. I think you should go work at Amazon. You know, there's some pretty good opportunities there. Not gonna lie. You know, you get pretty good. You get paid pretty good for someone with no skills, and um, there's a good chance you can climb the ladder too. College is to find your future wife. I don't necessarily agree with that. Um, it's I mean, you may be able to, but yeah, not financial advice, guys. Marriage isn't exactly the greatest investment nowadays either. That's not for a lot of people also. Like I'm never getting married. Not saying you shouldn't, but um, nowadays it's different from back in the day, and it's not the greatest. It's not even really an investment, to be honest. You don't have to go to college to count tendies or your future divorced ex-wife. Yeah, my point exactly. And there's not exactly the most amount, a good amount of wifey material on college campuses. Let's just say that nowadays. He wants to work less and make six-figure income. Yeah, that's everyone nowadays. Not gonna happen. Get real, bro. Amazon is too much work. It is. It is. It's a lot of hard work. It's very physically demanding. You definitely have to be in shape. But there are other jobs that you can quickly move to within Amazon. That doesn't involve physical labor. But for sure, it's not for you got to be in shape at the beginning at least. All right, guys. So damn, it is hot. I'm like sweating here. It's 69 degrees outside. Lol, nice. I was gonna wear a shirt and tie today also, but yeah, it's way too hot for that. All right, guys. So thank you everyone for being here nice and early. Appreciate everyone, and let's get started with the show. So we may go a little longer today because there's a lot of people chatting, which is always cool. So appreciate everyone. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm like sweating. My shirt is like sticking to me now. All right, let's do it, guys. And before we begin, please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. All right, let's do the watch list first. All right, so the Dow Jones finishes up 0.08%. So slightly bullish there. Kind of sideways, but on the green side. NASDAQ down 1.16%. Tech getting wrecked. What's new? And the S&P down 0.39%. Although the VIX is down 4.85%, down 1.4 points, which is kind of weird because you would expect it to go up today, but hey, not complaining. So the VIX is down to 27.47, which still isn't great, but better than 30, better than 40. So again, taking small victories here. What is going on with BA? With Boeing? Go? Not sure. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is getting pretty oversold here. 23 RSI. Not exactly sure what's going on, but I mean it's dumping like the whole market, like pretty much the whole market is. Wow. Yeah, it went down by 50% in a year. So maybe the company's having some internal struggles, but pretty much the whole market is dumping like this. All the growth stocks and a lot of value stocks as well have been going down a lot. So your money's not safe anywhere. Yeah, not sure what's going on here. It's pretty disgusting. But hey, looks like a pretty good time to buy the dip, not financial advice. Bad news about China? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But it does look pretty bullish, you know. Company's not going anywhere. Sorry about the sirens, guys. Yeah, here's a gap down. This looks like another gap down. 166. 208. Cup and handle. So, you know. Blue chip value stock not going anywhere. Looks like a good time to buy the dip, not financial advice. Alright, let's get on to the watch list today. So not going to spend too much time on this. So, looks like the small cap oil is going up. INDO, IMPP, HUSA, CEI. Small cap oil doing really well today. Sundial Growers, 21%. Which I think made top 10 on StockTwits. Honorable mention there. But it only had like 1,500 mentions, so not really worth doing a whole video today. A full analysis. But yeah, that's up 21%. Big day for Sundial. It's actually pulling back now. 2 cents, so probably gonna sell off tomorrow. But I think all the 420 did pretty good today. Yeah, 420 is going up today. Then we got MULN, 18%, which we'll discuss second today after BBIG. That had, I think, over 3,000 mentions. So we're going to discuss that one today. Ethereum, 11.54%. That also was an honorable mention, but only had, again, about 1,500 mentions. So not worth doing a full TA, but great for Ethereum. MMAT, 11%. More meme stocks here. Centro, DWAC, Tilray, BBIG, 4.6%. It was up a lot more earlier. And it's dumping pretty hard here in the aftermarket. That's not good. I think it's actually in the red now. Wow. Yeah, so it went up 12 cents. So it started at 260, now it's down to 255. So actually, all the gains are gone on BBIG. How disgusting. How disgusting. So maybe we won't actually do BBIG. That's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. Dividend date was today? Was it? I thought it was the 18th. I thought it was the 18th. Maybe it was today. But I think it was on the 18th. Last day to get dividend. Was it? Or maybe it was distributed on the 18th. Alright, I see here. Set record date as May 18th. You needed to buy today to settle to 18. Alright, so. Yeah, that's to be expected. And distribution is 27th. Alright, got it. So maybe we won't do BBIG today, honestly. Because now it's in the red. Which was to be expected. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to do BBIG anymore. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Why are most day traders fat? Are they? Well, most day traders are older. So, you know, your body just breaks down when you're older. And you got a family and stuff. A lot of the time. And I don't know, because they just sit there all day. Like, back when I was day trading, you know, you have a lot of free time. I just had to constantly watch my phone to see if there was a halt or something. But I worked out during the day and stuff. So I don't know. I kind of think of that South Park episode with, like, World of Warcraft, when the guy's just sitting there, like... No idea. But yeah, they pretty much just sit there all day and eat food, and that's their whole job. That's a good question. Can't really explain that. Would you give James Harden max contract now? Yes or no? Probably not. No. He's definitely past his prime. He still should get a lot of money, but I don't know about max contract. All right, moving on here. So oil's up, Chevron. SoFi's up a little bit. Exxon's up. BP, Neo, Pfizer, gold, silver. Yeah, so not much up today. Just mainly looks like oil, 420. Just a few meme stocks for the most part. Don't really see too much value here in the green. Yeah, but yeah, mostly looks like oil, 420, and a few select other meme stocks. Kroger guy should do day trading since he's a lazy person. I mean, day trading, you can't be lazy though. Like, yeah, you sit here all day, but you know, you're looking at numbers all day, and you got to be quick answering your orders and stuff. So even that's probably too much work for him. I don't know what job would be good for him, cause the guy just doesn't like working, just like to complain. Maybe he should be like a movie critic or something. You know, just watch stuff and complain about it. But there's no hope for that guy. Walmart earnings prediction tomorrow. Walmart. Well, no idea, but Walmart, you know, traditionally does pretty good. They're not going anywhere. Imagine Walmart becomes a meme stock. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be something. But yeah, who knows? Earnings is a straight up gamble. Even if they're good, it can tank. Even if they're bad, it can go up. But you know, Walmart, good long term blue chip stock. So we'll see how that goes. Really can't say. But Walmart, you know, I say it's not gonna. It shouldn't turn into a meme stock, but now the whole market's a meme stock now. Even these traditional blue chip value stocks are meme stocks. All right, on to the red side. Wow, DoorDash went down a lot, 11%. Interesting. Wonder what's happening there. Yeah, so crypto's down, so it looks like crypto stocks are down. Riot, Marathon, Coinbase, down a lot here. Although crypto was doing pretty good this weekend. It's pulling back now. But we'll get to that in a second. Twitter down a lot, 8%. Wow, Twitter's at 37. So, I mean, I guess now would be a good time to buy the dip, hoping that the deal goes through. That'd be a lot of attendees. That'd be like 50%. 50% on tendies if it goes through. But no one knows if it's going to go through now. So Twitter, high risk, high reward right now. Wow. But surely Twitter has to be worth more than 37. I don't know. That's insane. Yeah, Twitter's a meme stock now. GME down 6.7%. Tesla 5.88%. Honorable mention there. Robinhood 5%. 5.5%. Nothing too crazy going on here. Oxygen 4.3%. Oxygen is at 2 now. Starbucks 4.21. Nice. 4.21. Palantir down 3.6%, down to 8. eBay 3%. Ford 3%. Uber, Wish 3%. Meme Index down 3%. GM 2.9%. Roblox, Nvidia 2.5%. Peloton 2.5%. Disney, Amazon 2%. So yeah, tech going down a lot. Looks like value tech is really pulling the market down here. Google down, Alibaba, Apple 1%. So yeah, pretty honestly, pretty uneventful day. But it looks like, for the most part, oil and a few select memes. Growth stocks are holding the market up, and value tech is pulling the market down. Yeah, tech's been getting wrecked. Pretty sad. So yeah, market started out good. Everything was in the green. Big sell, well, not a big sell-off, but slowly bleeding all day, and now we're here. So SPY is at 400 or 401. And then NASDAQ has pulled back quite a bit. Yeah, NASDAQ was at almost 17,000. Now it's down to 12. So big pullback on the NASDAQ. Yeah, not a good time to be in tech. But alright, guys, yeah, that's the market today, slightly bearish. Let's get on the crypto. Kroger guy only hope YouTube super chat donation. I wouldn't give him a penny. Well, he doesn't even live stream, does he? And he's a long way to go before he makes some any like serious YouTube money. Jared Smith, what up, dude? Thanks for being here.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
DD went down today because gas prices are way too high and it's Biden's fault. Well, it's somewhat Biden's fault. It's mostly Russia, you know. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Biden, but I think he's getting a little bit more too much heat than he should be getting. DD. But yeah, gas is just crazy right now. I think in New York it's $4.75 last time I checked yesterday when I filled up. So yes, it's a lot of the blame has to go on Biden, but the whole world is just dealing with, you know, supply chain issues right now for gas and energy. Kroger guy doing a live stream? Really? Does he get a lot of views? How many people? On what? Does he just complain? That's interesting. Alright guys, let's get on the crypto. Buy Tesla car now. I do want a Tesla, but honestly I still think it's a bit too early. Because I'd like the battery to be better. And I do want the price to come down. They're not cheap. Even the Model 3, which is the cheapest one, isn't that cheap. So, yeah, you save on electricity, but yeah, the car is still pretty expensive. And you still got to pay for electricity, too. And if your car breaks, it costs a lot to fix. So, yeah, you know, eventually everyone's going to have electric cars. But personally, I think it's still a bit too early to go electric. Give it a few more years. He gets 5 to 10 viewers. I mean, that's not bad. But how long is his live streams? And what does he do it on? Okay. I hope it works out for him, but I don't know. Seems like a lost cause to me. Alright guys, here's crypto today. It's down 3.82%. So over the weekend, crypto did pretty well. I think Bitcoin went over 31K and pulling back now today, but slowly recovering. So what do we have here? Terra, trending, Terra, Steppen, and Pancake Swap. Terra's down 16%. Yeah, that's done. We'll get to that in a second. Biggest gainers, Quarashi, Ball Swap, and Metacyber. So I don't know what Quarashi is. That's up 2,500%. Ball Swap 1,300%, and Metacyber 740%. Interesting. All right, let's get on to the actual crypto. So Bitcoin down 4%. Yeah, under 30K again. Ether 4.27%, pushing 2,000 again. But yeah, basically everything in the red. Binance, XRP, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin. So Doge and Sheep have some distance now. 4 coins in between them. Doge is 10, Sheep is 15. Yeah, Polkadot, Avalanche down over 7%. Sheep 5%. Chronos, Litecoin, FTX. Algorand's up, only green I see so far. ApeCoin 10%. Yeah, not a good day in crypto. Maker is up. Terra USD is at 11 now. It was at 6 earlier, so it's going back up now a little bit. Yeah, so I just see a whole bunch of red. Pretty bad day in crypto. But this weekend was good. So slight recovery here. Let's sort this out. Yeah, on the green side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins in the green. A whole 6 coins. So 95% of the coins in the red, 5% in the green. By far, biggest gainers eCash, 14.4%. Then Kusama, big drop off there. Then Kusama, Maker, Algorand. So yeah, pretty much everything in the red. A few growth coins in the green here. So pretty bad day in crypto. And let's get on to the red side. What up, Wilson?
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Thanks for being a dude. Appreciate you as always. Please smash the like button, guys, if you haven't yet. I want solar car. You don't need to rely on the electricity. Yeah, that's good in theory, but we're far away from that technology actually working. Because, solar doesn't make that much energy to power your car, at the moment at least. So, I mean, you can have solar panels on your house and collect energy that way and then charge up your car with it. I think that'd be a better way to go about it. But, yeah, solar doesn't produce enough energy to power your car at the moment. But that'd be nice. Alright, on the red side here, everything in the red. And a lot of price action, too. A lot of coins in double digits here. So, Terra USD, biggest loser. Arwe, Phantom, Cadena, Axie Infinity, Gala, Thorchain, and then it drops off from there. But pretty much everything in the red. Value coins and growth coins. So yeah, I'm not going to go all the way down, but yeah, pretty much the whole market in the red here. So nasty, nasty day in crypto. So, I mean, it's better than what on Friday it was pushing like 27, it hit 27K. So over the weekend went up to, talking about Bitcoin, went up to 31K. And now we're back down. But, overall it is coming back slowly. But yeah, pretty bad day in crypto. Bad day in stock market as well, slightly bearish there. So, another down day in the markets. What's new? What's new? That's how 2022 has been going. Alright, let's get on to some news now. And really, I only got one article here. See, only one article today. And this is about Terra. $3 billion in Bitcoin was sold in a last-minute ditch attempt to save UST stablecoin from collapse. Key points. Luna Foundation Guard said it spent almost all of the Bitcoin in its reserve last week in a futile attempt to save Terra USD. Terra USD, or UST for short, has fallen well below its intended $1 peg. By Monday, it was trading at just 9 cents. Terra creator Do Kwon has promised to use the Bitcoin in the event of a dramatic fall in the value of UST. So yeah. So before, he said he deployed 1.5 billion in capital in the reserves, 750 million in Bitcoin and 750 million in UST. And now it turns out they used all of it, all 3 billion, and it didn't help save the coin. So they were better off just saving the money actually. and because the same thing happened, it collapsed anyway. So now they're just $3 billion in the red, or I guess they're even now. So they tried, but it didn't work, and in the end, actually hurt them. It would have been better just to keep the money and put that towards the new project. But I guess they tried. Can't really blame them. All right, what's this, Low Roller? All right, so we got 2 more articles from Low Roller. Let me check YouTube real quick. 5 viewers, 6 likes. Thank you guys. Please smash the like button if you haven't yet. Give us a second to load. All right, what do we have here? Polygon and others extend helping hand to Terra blockchain projects. So they're helping Terra to migrate them to the Polygon network. So are they really helping Are they helping Terra, or are they helping themselves to further help Polygon? A lot of technical stuff here. So yeah, we just kind of went over this. 80,000 Bitcoin gone. What's left in Luna's reserve wallet? Pretty much nothing. So they sold Bitcoin at 33,000 for an aggregate of $1 billion, $1.1 billion. And I still got 313 billion, or 313 Bitcoin in its reserves. So they still got a good amount of money, but most of it's gone. Most of that 3 billion is gone. And yeah, same thing. 313 Bitcoin from 80K Bitcoins. So I mean, I guess that's a good transition into our Terra discussion today. Let this load here. Alright guys, so that's all the news for today. Nothing really happening, just a bunch of Terra updates. And alright, so today, for the analysis, we're going to discuss, this is breaking news by the way, we're going to discuss this new Do Kwon post here. This was just posted 3 hours ago, breaking news here. An update on his revival plan. Then I was going to do BBIG. We may still do that. Let's check it out, actually. But BBIG is pulling back. Pretty disappointing. And then we'll do MULN. Okay. You know, I don't know if we're going to do BBIG. Because it really isn't up that much anymore. And MULN's pulling back as well. Pretty hard. Let me check StockTwits real quick. All right, here's StockTwits. Yeah, so BBIG 5,200 mentions and MULN 3,800. So actually, that's like 9,000 mentions. I mean, I guess we'll do them because I had my notes anyway. But yeah, they're pulling back pretty hard in the aftermarket. That's pretty disappointing. Just got to think of a name for the title. All right, well, I guess we'll stick with BBIG and MULN. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Terra, BBIG, and MULN. People are waiting for earnings report for MULN today. Was that supposed to happen today? Oh, it is gonna happen today. Right, I totally forgot about that. So when was it supposed to come out? Like what time? It should come out, but maybe 5 o'clock. Okay, well this will be good. But it's selling off, so not good so far. Interesting. So hopefully the earnings come out by the time we discuss it. Let me Google it real quick. Yeah, it doesn't really say. So I don't know what time it's supposed to come out. Maybe 5 o'clock. Well, it's supposed to come out. It'll be out sometime today. It should be at least, unless they pull an MMAT. Remember, MMAT pulled the same thing where they they didn't release the earnings until like the next day. They're in California, yeah, but they should do it after. It should have been released after market close. After market close. So that should come out sometime soon. But yeah, who knows what they're doing. That's very unprofessional. So maybe it's just selling off because people are fearful of what's about to come. But yeah, they came out with their preliminary earnings, right? Maybe it was like totally off. We'll see. But hopefully that comes out by the time we talk about it. So maybe 5, maybe 6. Well, that should be out today. If not, that would destroy a lot of confidence in the stock. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys, so this is breaking news. Just came out 3 hours ago. So on Friday, Do Kwon posted on the... What is this? On the Terra forum about his new revival plan. So we talked about that. In summary, they were going to fork the coin, give 90%, make a billion coin. The new coin was going to have 1 billion coins in supply. Great, here comes a siren. First siren of the day. Or actually, I guess it's the second. I think it's going the other way. The new coin was supposed to have 1 billion coin supply. 90% of those coins were supposed to go to repay people who lost their money, the victims of the crash, and 10% was supposed to go to the community, the community pool. So if you guys want, I'll put the link in the description to the video on Friday. But today, here's an updated version of that plan. So let's go ahead and read this. Let's go ahead and read this new post here. All right. This will be a living document to coordinate the fork with the community. Details are subject to change. Terraform Labs will put this proposal up for a governance vote on May 18th Asia time. If passed, it will coordinate the network fork pursuant to the timeline below. Special thanks to everyone that submitted great ideas on Agora and the Rebuilding Terra group. All right. Motivation. Terra is more than UST. While UST has been the central narrative of Terra's growth story over the last year, the distribution of UST has led to the development of one of the strongest developer ecosystems in crypto. The Terra ecosystem and its community are worth preserving. Terra's app ecosystem contains hundreds of developers working on everything from DeFi to fungible labor markets, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and community experience. Terra Station has a large install base with 1 million plus users across the world. Although distressed, strong brand recognition and a name that almost everyone in the world will have heard about. UST peg failure is Terra's DAO hack moment, a chance to rise up anew from the ashes. So he said this on the post on Friday as well. And yeah, I'm not so sure if keeping the Terra name is the greatest idea. Because yes, it is a recognized brand name, but now it's going to be recognized for the wrong reasons as a major crypto that ended up being a Ponzi scheme. So personally, I think it's better to rebrand the crypto, call it something else. Fork the coin and call it something else. But he seems pretty set on keeping the Terra name. So, okay, we'll see how that goes. Summary. Fork the Terra chain into a new chain without the algorithmic stablecoin. The old chain to be called Terra Classic, Luna Classic, LUNC, and the new chain to be called Terra, Luna, LUNA. Luna to be airdropped across Luna Classic stakers, Luna Classic holders, residual UST holders, and essential app developers of Terra Classic. TFL's wallet will be removed in the whitelist for the airdrop, making Terra a fully community-owned chain. Allocate a large portion of the Terra distribution in 1. Providing emergency runway for existing Terra app developers. 2. Align interest of devs with the long-term success of the ecosystem. Network security to be incentivized with token inflation. Target staking rewards of 7%. Okay. So nothing really new here. He said this on Friday. But he says staking is going to be 7%, which is down from 20% from which Anchor provided before. So staking is not going to be as high as it was. So yeah, the biggest changes, no more UST, no more stablecoin, no more algorithmic stablecoin, and staking is going down. Essential App Developer Program. These are essential apps that must exist in any Web3 ecosystem to be viable. Infrastructure. Setting. Actually. So there's infrastructure, DEX, Explorer, payments, wallet, lending markets, analytics, staking derivative, launchpad, bridges, stablecoins, NFT exchange, insurance, DeFi strategies, games, and others. Essential app developers committing to launch on Terra will receive emergency allocation, one supply of total supply, immediately after network launch to provide for runway while they build out product. Commit returning funds if product has not been launched in 1 year. Alignment allocation, 4% of total supply, to be vested to dev teams that ship product and show traction. Allocation to be determined by governance. Rule set to be debated by the community. His grammar's a little off here. Essential app developers looking to join should signal public support for the fork on Twitter and social channels and coordinate with the community multi-sig. Token distribution. 1 billion Luna tokens. 25% community pool controlled by staked governance. 1% essential developers. Emergency allocation, no lockup. 4% essential developers. 1 year cliff, 4 year vesting thereafter, granted after launch traction. 35% all bonded, unbonded. Luna minus TFL at pre-attack snapshot. For wallets with less than 1 million Luna, 1 year cliff, 2 year vesting thereafter. For wallets with 1 million plus Luna, 1 year cliff, 4 year vesting thereafter. 10% Luna holders, staking derivatives included, at the launch of snapshot. 10% unlocked at Genesis, 90% vested over 2 years thereafter. 20% UST holders at the launch snapshot. 10% unlocked at Genesis, rest vested over 2 years thereafter. All tokens locked or vesting is staked at Genesis must be unbonded to become liquid. And then we got some technical details here. Pre-attack snapshot will be at block 754,000. Oh no. Will be at block 7,544,914. And launch snapshot will be at block 7,790,000. The chain upgrade to commence in a few hours after the launch snapshot. Alright, whatever. Roles and responsibilities. TFL/kernel labs. To prepare core public infrastructure, wallets, gen file, release binary for the launch. Validators to volunteer. To declare Gen TX and coordinate launch shortly after the snapshot. Community leaders looking to provide oversight over the Essential Dev program should form a multi-sig to oversee the Essential Dev allocation and act as a steering committee for the new chain. Timeline. May 17th announcement out. May 18th governance proposal out. May 21st, Terra Core release is cut. Network launch instructions made available for validators. May 25th, essential app developer registration completed. May 27th, Genesis file created from launch snapshot. Genesis file created from final launch snapshot. And May 27th, network launch. Alright, so that was a lot to get through. So basically, this is pretty much the same thing he said on Friday, except now there's a timeline, and he went back and he's backtracking on where the distribution is going to go. So on Friday, he said that 90% of the new Luna tokens are going to be paid back to victims of the crash. Now it's only, let's see here. Now it's only 70%. Which I'm sure the victims of the crash are not going to be happy about. Before it was only 10% was going to go. Before only 10% was going to go to the community pool. Now it's 25%, and now the developers are going to get 5% of the tokens. And yeah, this is supposed to launch on May 27th, so less than 2 weeks away. So yeah, my opinion has not really changed about this. I hope it works out. But honestly, I think the project has lost credibility. Consumer confidence is no longer there. And I think really the only people that are going to believe in this project are the bag holders, because they have no choice. So I hope the bag holders get as much money as they can. I hope the bag holders recover as much money as they can. And as for the actual project, I hope it works out, but quite honestly, I think it's done. It was a Ponzi scheme the first time, and quite honestly, it seems like it's still a Ponzi scheme, except it's going to last a couple of years, because according to these requirements, a lot of these funds are going to be locked for like 2 to 4 years, and the staking has gone down from 20% to 7%. So, it'll last longer than the first time, and there's going to be no more stablecoin. So, not financial advice, but I certainly wouldn't put my money in this. I think the coin is going to tank as soon as the project launches, because everyone who lost money is going to cash out and try to recover as much as they can. I think that's going to be pretty bad. So I think this is the right thing to do. Paying back victims of the coin. But I don't really believe in this revival project. And it definitely isn't going to be anywhere close to what Terra Luna was before. It's not going to be one of the leading value coins anymore. So yeah, like I said, I hope it works out. But I really don't believe in this coin. I don't think many people do. I hope the victims get as much money back as they can. And I think it's going to be a massive dump as soon as it launches. So we'll see what happens when this launches on May 27th. That's going to be really interesting. But I'm predicting a big dump as soon as it goes live. We'll see, though. Good luck to everyone. So yeah, breaking news here by Do Kwon. Just an update on what he said on Friday. A few changes. We'll see what happens. Okay. Here comes another siren. Are the earnings out yet for MULN? So that was Terra, guys. Let's see here. Earnings are not out yet on MULN. What is going on here? So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do BBIG. But if the earnings don't come out from MULN, I may just have to do a separate video after the show when it does. This is very sketchy. Your title says BBIG is soaring. Well, it was, because I made the title before the market closed. Yeah, but now in the aftermarket it's dumping. So yes, it's not soaring anymore. But the show started over an hour ago when it was soaring in the actual market. In the aftermarket, it's not soaring anymore. So yes, that'll have to be changed. People on StockTwits said it's delayed to May 27th. Is that official? Is there like an official company statement saying that? But there's 75-day SEC reporting rule. Too much uncertainty in MULN reporting. Yeah, it's very shady. Very, very shady. So no one knows what's really going on right now. Let me just Google it real quick. See if there's any like official press release by MULN. But if they did delay it, that would be kind of shady. Yeah, nothing, no press release. So yeah, that's very unprofessional, They pulled a bait and switch. Ziptic. If feeling kinda screwed, 2000 BBIG at 310 average low. Hope something happens by the 27th. Yeah, Zeptic. So, yeah, there are definitely other community members that did get screwed on BBIG. Very unfortunate. I was kind of skeptical about it because when it squeezed back here, it's over $10 to 12.50. I was looking at the chart and I'm like, I don't know, it's coming back down to 310. It looks like to fill the gap, and a lot of people are unhappy about that. But here we are. And yeah, I didn't think it would pull back this much, but here we are. So this is a meme stock. It has its pump and dumps. It's gonna pump again. It probably will come back up to 310 at some point. It's definitely not, well, in my opinion, it's not a buy and hold. This is pretty much a swing trade. And yeah, when it comes to the special dividend stuff, I've seen this before. Especially with the other one, MMAT was very similar. Was very similar to BBIG, where they declare special dividend, and then people buy in there for the special dividend. It pumps, and then it dumps. People get the special dividend, and it isn't really worth much. And the stock goes down. So, you live and learn. You live and learn. I don't trust the special dividend stuff anymore. And it's really sad to see that people are getting hurt because of this. But yeah, this is not financial advice, but I think at some point it'll have its day again. And what you can do is sell covered calls. So you have 2,000 BBIG, so you can sell 20 covered calls. Not sure how much you know about options. But IV is really high. So what I would do if I were you, I would sell covered calls at the $3 strike. Weekly cover calls. See here, May 27th. Well, we can start with May 20th. So it's about $20 for May 20th, which is only 4 days. So you can get $400 just for selling covered calls in 4 days for May 20th. Sell 20 contracts of BBIG, $3 strike, and then once that expires, sell another one for May 27th, and just keep selling weekly covered calls until you recover your cost basis. So that way you don't have to average down, and you can make money on in the meantime. But yeah, this will have its day again. And once you're able to escape, just hit the sub button as fast as you can. That's what I would recommend. But I think in your situation, the best case, the way you should go about this is selling covered calls at the $3 strike. At least your average isn't that bad. There were other people in this community that bought in at like 7, 6, way up high there. So, all things considered, it's really not too bad for you. And they had a lot of money in this too, so yeah, it's very unfortunate. But I've seen this stuff before, and yeah, retail gets the short end of the stick, and it's really sad. But you live and learn. You live and learn. It's not the end of the world. And next time one of these special dividend stock comes out, you should probably stay away from it. No, can't find anything other than people saying date change in E-Trade. Yeah, but where are they getting that information from? You can't even believe that. This is so BS. Yeah, I agree. Very unprofessional. Very, very unprofessional. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of MULN in general. I know retail likes it a lot, and I don't want to like really hurt anyone's feelings, but the company's really shady, so I'm not surprised. And yeah, that is extremely unprofessional, and I would lose a lot of confidence if I actually were in that stock. And that's not good, It sounds pretty bearish. Why would they delay the earnings? Because usually they would move up the earnings if they're good, Not saying this is typically what happens. If earnings are good, they typically move it up because the company wants the earnings to come out. They want to share the news. If it's bad, they move it back because they're hiding something. So, not saying that's the case here, but it is very possible that earnings are disappointing, so they're planning to push it back. But yeah, no one knows what's going on. This is crazy. Robinhood stating May 27th earnings date for MULN. Is it Ashley? There's so much misinformation right now. And I have Robinhood, but I've never actually used it, so they locked me out of my account. I can't check. I'm holding till the week GME approves and gives the date the stock split will happen. That's when I'm out of BBIG up or down. All right, Ziptic. Sounds like a plan. Good luck with that. But yeah, like I said, not financial advice, but the way I would handle it is just selling covered calls. I would just hold it and just sell covered calls till you recoup your losses there. Let me actually do some math. See, said you're in for 310 at 2,000. So you're in for 6,200. And now it's worth what? Let's just say 260. So you're only down, Ziptic, you're only down 1,000. So you can recoup that money in about 2 to 3 weeks, honestly, if you just sell covered calls. It's not that bad. Not saying that's what you should do, but I think you can't escape this break even, If you want to sell for a loss, that's fine, dude, but it's not as bad as it seems. I think you should be able to recoup your losses in a month if you sell covered calls on them. Alright, so I think we're going to do BBIG here. What the hell? A lot of honking outside. So yes, hopefully MULN, I don't know what's going on with MULN right now, but no earnings out. There's no news on MULN. No company press release or anything. Very, very shady. But alright, I guess we'll work with what we have here. We'll do BBIG and then MULN. Alright, let me just check YouTube real quick. And we'll... Wow, looks like a lot of people left. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so we'll just finish up with BBIG and MULN and then the Yolos. So it shouldn't take too long. Looks like most people left. Any thoughts on BBIG puts for sell-off? You want to buy puts? Is that what you're saying? Honestly, I wouldn't do it because the IV is just way too high. Implied volatility. Yeah, Swirly. I think you said you're pretty new to options. So, when IV implied volatility is this high, it's not a good idea to buy options when it's this high. You don't have after hour. You don't have after hour on. I mean, I do at the 1 minute. This is after hours, but I'm looking at the daily chart here. Here's the after hour chart. But on the daily, it's not on. No, on the minute, it is on. Puts are premature. Yeah, Swirly. So, not financial advice, but I would not buy options on BBIG right now. IV is too high, so you're going to get IV crushed. It's a good time to sell options. When IV is high, it's a good time to sell. When IV is and it's not a good time to buy. When IV is low, it's a good time to buy. So IV is just way too high right now. I personally would not buy options. I know nothing about puts. All right, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, not financial advice. I'd stay far away from buying options on BBIG or any stock that has high IV. So right now it's very high IV. So I'd stay away from the options, buying options on that. You can short it if you want. I think if you want to make money on it going down, shorting would be a better play than buying puts right now. And really, I think selling options, either selling covered calls or selling puts, would be a good play on it right now. Like I was telling Ziptic, you know, you can just sell options, and you should be able to make some pretty fat premium in the meantime. All right, guys. So let's do BBIG and MULN here. So here is BBIG Vinco Ventures. This finishes at $2.72 today. That is up 4.62%. But here in the aftermarket, it is selling off pretty hard. Now it's down to 257. So actually all the gains are gone. Actually, you know what? We'll use the other one. Getting a little lag here. The thing is, I've never done options. I got into stocks. My cousin told me about AMC, GME, the time to buy button. The time to buy button was stopped. Always saw people getting destroyed in options. Been kind of scared to do it. Yeah, Zeptic. So that's the thing, because people buy options. That's what I'm trying to say. Buying options is not a good idea. It's not a good It's not a good long-term strategy. But they're the ones who are getting wrecked. But you can sell options, which means you take the opposite side of the trade, and selling options, which I think is a great strategy. They're the ones that make the money. They're the ones that make money off the people getting wrecked on buying options. So yeah, buying options and selling options are two completely different things. Buying options is not a good long-term winning strategy. But if you get lucky, you're gonna hit really big. Now, selling options is a good long-term strategy. Over time, it makes money. It's just that it's not sexy. You're gonna make small, consistent gains over time, but it adds up. I use Fidelity. Guess I must apply for options. Yeah, if you want to trade options, you got to apply for that. I think it's not that hard. You should be able to get. I'm not sure what the requirements on Fidelity are to get approved for options, but it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, dude. If you want, you can join our Discord. Link in the description. I got some videos on selling options, covered calls, cash secured puts. I could link those to you. But yeah. In summary, yeah, buying options bad idea, selling options good idea, and I think selling options would be a good way to play your situation right now, and for Swarley as well. You know, if you're thinking about playing options on BBIG, I would sell them, not buy them at the moment. But yeah, Ziptic, check out our Discord. You can join our Discord, link in the description, and after the show, I could link you some videos that I made about selling options. And I think that'd be good for your situation right now. All right, back to this. So yeah, so in the aftermarket here, this is pulling back down to 257. All the gains are gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah, so it's a little intimidating at first, but you know, it's really not as bad as it seems. But you gotta start from somewhere, you know. All right. So this stock had the stock made top 10 in StockTwits today. Had over 5,000 mentions. So we're going to analyze it. So no company-specific news to justify this price action today. Well, actually. So the reason why the stock pumped so much today was because today was the last day to lock in your dividend for Cryptide, the special dividend. And honestly, I thought it would be pumping. And honestly, I thought the stock would pump harder up to this point, but it didn't. And here we are. It looks like last minute people are buying up the stock trying to get that special dividend. And yeah, looks like in the aftermarket here, once the dividend got locked in, it's selling off. Okay. So let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, we have a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 195. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 350, 390, 440, 555, 835, 910, 940, 1040, 1190, or even the high of 1250. And in the short term here, it looks like there's a smaller cup and handle. Bottom being 240 and the top being 350. But those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. So short term, so in the short and long terms, the cup and handle looks bullish. Triple gap down. And then we do have a triple gap down. First gap down is back at 955, so that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 955 and eventually to fill this gap. Second gap down at 745. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 745 to fill this gap. And third gap down at 585. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 585 eventually to fill this gap. May take a while, but eventually all those gaps should fill. That's probably going to be a long-term thing. Let's see here. And then it looks like we do have a descending wedge developing here. Looks like this is consolidating between 295 and 235 at the moment. So it looks like there's a bit more consolidation to go, but this should consolidate around 265, and then it should break out to the upside after that. So that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should break out to the upside after it's done consolidating. Descending wedge. Anything else? No, I think that's it. All right. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. Earning report filed. It's here. All right, so we'll get to that in a second after we're done with BBIG. Nice. Is it good or bad? We'll take a look in a second. But yeah, a lot of misinformation. I'm glad it's out. So right now, this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 275 and 265. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 275, 295, 305, 315, 320, 330, 340, 350, 365, 375, 390, 405, 415, 425, 440, 460, 475, 485, $5, 515, 535, 545, and then 555. There is resistance above 555, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 265, 250, 240, 225, 215, 195. How low should we go here? 175, 160, 135, and then 120. So right now at the current price, 270, the channels to the upside and the downside are very wide, are pretty wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 295 to the upside, the channel starts to narrow, so expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this breaks 295. RSI is currently at 52, so that is pretty average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 272 is around fair market value. Maybe it should be a little bit lower. And this did 30 million in volume today, above the average of 25 million. So this pump and then sell off today was confirmed by the volume. All right, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So this was to be expected, right? Looks like last minute people wanted to get their special dividend, and right after the dividend gets locked in, it should dump. It was probably going to dump, which it is. So long term, the chart does look very bullish. Again, we have strong bullish indicators in the cup and handle and triple gap down. But in the short term, it'll probably keep selling off a bit longer. Everyone who played this just for the special dividend is probably going to sell. But sooner or later, it should start recovering. Oh, I forgot to mention too. And in the aftermarket here, this is pulling back down to 256. So that is a bearish indicator for tomorrow. That is suggesting that tomorrow the stock will probably sell off. All right. Yeah, so in the short term, it'll probably continue to sell off because everyone who played this for the special dividend is probably going to sell. Although there are no bearish indicators. We have a bullish indicator in the descending wedge and a neutral indicator in the RSI for the short term. So in the immediate short term, it's bearish, but this should start to recover pretty soon. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice. The current price of 256 in the aftermarket here is a pretty decent entry. Not exactly the greatest entry, but can't really go too wrong. It's an average entry. Like I said, it'll probably pull back a little bit more because everyone who played this just for the special dividend will probably sell in the short term. So personally, I would give this a couple of days before I bought, because you can probably get a little bit better of a price. It'll probably continue to pull back for the next few days. But yeah, 256, not a bad entry at all. I can support going along at 256 and lower, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. But again, personally, I'd give it a couple of days before I bought in here. But yeah, in the long term, but this does look like a good term. But this does look like a good stock to buy and hold in the long term, according to the chart here. Again, we got gap downs. Again, we got gap downs at 585. So let's do some math here. So from the current price of 260, that's about a 150% upside. And eventually this should go back up to $955. Got another gap down there. And that would be we'll just call it a 360% upside. And that would be approximately a 365% upside. So a lot of upside potential here in the long term. A 150 to 365% upside. So a lot of upside potential. Looks really good to buy and hold in the long term. So yeah, once again, 260 isn't exactly the greatest entry, but not a bad one. Average entry. Short term should pull back a little bit more, so I would give it a couple of days before I bought in. But longer term, a lot of upside potential. So really can't go too wrong here at the current price, 260. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. Like I said, this should keep pulling back in the next few days, so you should be able to make some money here. But really can't say how low it's going to go. Looks like there's some very strong support at 215. Really shouldn't go lower than that. So I do think you missed a chance going short here. You really should have went short at 340. And here at 260, it's a bit too late. I don't think there's too much more downside potential. 260. How much downside would that be? So at most, I think there's about a 20% downside here if this does come back down to 215. So I would say going short here would be a high risk, medium reward play. Not really worth it in my opinion. There is money to be made, but way too risky for my liking. This is a meme stock, a retail favorite. It theoretically can go squeezing at any time if momentum picks up, and you can't get burned. So if you want to go short, do it at your own risk. There is money to be made, but way too risky for my liking. So I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. And I forgot to mention. So I would say going long at the current price. 260 would be a medium risk, high reward play. I don't think it's going to go below 215. Very strong support there. That's about a 20% downside. And like I said, a lot of upside potential. All right. Let me just read some comments. Because we got another siren passing. Didn't read it. All right, so we'll get to that right now. We're done with BBIG. That'd be another 1K loss for me if I did. Lol. Yeah, dude, Ziptic. So you just applied for options, take 3 business days. So, yeah, honestly, dude. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think selling options would be the best play for you right here. Let's see. Yeah, weekly options is probably better because IV is higher on the weeklies. But yeah, dude, if you sell weekly options, this is not financial advice, but you should be able to recoup your losses, your 1K loss, in about a month. Because if you sell for well, you can't do this one because you got to apply for, because you got to get approved for options. But May 11th, you can make $30 per contract. So you got 20. You could sell 20 contracts. That's $600 right there. So that's going to be over half your losses already. And then you sell for the next week. And these are subject to change. But yeah, dude, you should be able to recoup. It's really not as bad as you think. You should be able to recoup a good amount of your losses pretty quickly just by selling calls, covered calls. And you don't have to put another cent in. And even if it dips further, you could just, not saying you should do this, but I think that's the best play for you. Just hold it until you can recoup your losses by selling covered calls. And then you get your Cryptide dividend dues too, so you can sell that off and recoup losses that way. But I don't think it's that bad, dude. Ziptic. All right. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today. Oh, let's rewind. So in summary, long term looks like a good stock to buy and hold. Short term should keep pulling back a little bit more, but should recover pretty soon. So if you want to go long, I can't support that. And if you want to go short, not really the greatest idea, but it can work out. So please do that at your own risk. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Sorry to everyone who lost money in the stock today. And good luck to everyone looking to take a position. This is BBIG, Vinco Ventures. Wilson, MULN earning came out. Yeah, we'll get to that right now. Level 2 shows large buy orders for MULN. Interesting. So if I did that, I just hope the stock doesn't go over $3. Well, even if it does go over $3, the worst thing that can happen is you have to sell at $3. So no matter what, you got to keep your money on your premium for selling. And if it does go over $3, then you just have to sell at $3. So, you said you have 2,000 shares. So you only be down 200 if you have to sell at $3. But then you'd be making money on your premium anyway. So if it does go over $3, you're not going to lose money. Let's put it that way. Worst thing that happens if it goes over $3 is you have to sell at $3, and you can always push the strike price back to like 350 or something. I don't know what the next one is. Yeah, 350. You can sell at 350 too. You just get less money. But yeah, you know, it's a good way to hedge your bet. It's really a win-win. If it stays under $3, you make money on the premium. If it goes over $3, then you have to sell at $3, but you got to keep the premium. And if you want to get set, you could push it back to 350. So if you know, if it stays under 350, you keep your premium. If it goes over 350, you have to sell at 350 and you keep your premium. So, you know, you're hedging your bet. You really can't lose. Let's put it that way. You're just capping your gains if it goes over $3. That's all. Or whatever your strike price is. Don't know how to read? Yeah, we'll get MULN right now. It's not really moving, though. Where's the earnings? It didn't come out on TD. Or I may have to go look for this on Google or something. Where's the earnings? I don't see it on Google. I don't see it on TD. Where is it released at? I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's on the MULN website. I don't see it anywhere. Let me type it. MULN Automotive earnings. Maybe on Yahoo? Let's check that one out. Maybe it's on the official website. This is all over the place. This is a mess. You sent link but didn't show up on chat. Let me give you mod. Alright, try it again. Try it again. Swarly. Yeah, this is a mess right now. No one knows where it's at. They came out, but it's still not out. Not on Yahoo. This is a mess. Where are these earnings? Yeah, Swarly, you just sent it? I don't see it. Try it again. Because now you have mod, but, so it should be able to go through. Try it again. Is it on the website? Investor Relations? No, it's not on the MULN website. Alright, let's try this link. All right. So this is not earnings. This is not earnings. This is a Form 10Q. Uh. Okay. So this is not exactly earnings. This is Form 10Q. That is not earnings. This is just a balance sheet. This is just the financials. This is not earnings. It's what was filed. Yeah, they filed Form 10Q. This is not earnings though. This is just this is just a financial statement for the quarter, but it's not earnings. Oh my god, this company's a mess. I mean, so we could check out the financial statements, but it's not earnings. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this company. This is not very professional. So if we look at the financial statements here, net loss is 30 million bucks. That's what it says. Net loss $30 million. So yeah, there's no earnings yet. Maybe it'll come out. Maybe 6 o'clock. I don't know. But I'm looking at the financial statements here. It says they lost $30.5 million, or yeah, 30.5 million. So they said they have 45 million, right? But they lost 30.5 million this quarter. And net loss per share. So I guess this is EPS. Negative 63. EPS. Negative 63 cents. Um. So I can't confirm this, but it looks like EPS is negative 63 cents. And net revenue is negative 30 million. Hmm. There's just too much stuff here. And they don't have losses on their stock. And this is the cash flow statement, which is unaudited. All right, so yeah, these are not earnings, but we have an estimate of um their financial situation here. So yeah, it says net loss. Wait, what is this? This is different. Oh no, I read the wrong number. It's actually negative 32.5 million. So I'm not sure if this is going to be on the official earnings, but net loss per share negative 36, negative 30, negative 63, and net loss is negative 32.5 million. So that's a really big loss, you know, and they don't have that much money to begin with. They said they have 45 million on hand, but they lost 32.5 million. So you know they really not as they don't have as much money as they say they do. Uh, maybe the official one came out now. Yeah, this is a mess. And this is unaudited, okay? This is unaudited. Remember that. So it can be even worse than that. All right, so I guess we'll work with what we have here. Interesting. All right, we'll work with what we have here. Yeah, this is pretty BS. This company just strings their investors along. So they kind of like, it was very misleading. You know, they came out with their preliminary earnings, and it looked pretty good. But then they come out with this Form 10Q, which is not actually earnings, and it's unaudited, and it doesn't look so good here. So I guess we'll work with what we have here, but this is like incomplete data. But you know, I'm not really surprised. I think the CEO is pretty shady, and not surprised at all. So we'll do a TA, but this is like incomplete information. So we'll work with what we have here. Okay. So here is MULN, Mullen Automotive. This finishes at $1.17 today. That is up 18.28%. In the aftermarket, it's pulling back down to 110, so good amount of pullback, but still up for the day. This didn't make top 10 on StockTwits today. Had over 3,000 mentions, so we're going to analyze it. So there was a reason as to why the stock pumped up so much today. We had some news. So let's check that out first. So the news is that MULN and development partner take solid-state polymer battery cell technology to the vehicle pack level. So minor news, but bullish news. They are now fitting their battery into the vehicle. So making progress on the battery here. So bullish news, market liked it. Bought in here, pumped the stock up today. And in addition to that, there were supposed to be earnings today. At the time of recording, it's now 6 o'clock, and there are no earnings out. But we do have this Form 10Q. Which we'll have to do for now. If anything changes, I'll update you guys. But as of right now, let's look at Form 10Q, and this is unaudited. And keep in mind, this is unaudited. So these are not official numbers. But it says for statements of operation, net loss is 32.5 million, and net loss per share is negative. And loss per share is negative 63 cents. So I'm not exactly sure what the estimates were, but this sounds pretty bad. Huge net loss and pretty big loss per share. Um, so I guess these bad financial numbers, along with the bait and switch, saying they're going to release earnings and not doing it, uh, is why this is why this is selling off in the aftermarket here. Um, Pretty shady stuff. They said earnings were today. Apparently, there's going to be, as of right now, there's no earnings. Probably not going to be any earnings. And they kind of lied last week when they said, when they released their preliminary earnings, they said they had $45 million in cash. But now we see they actually lost $32.5 million in the quarter. So, a little bit misleading. I'm sure the investors are not too happy about that. Low pre-order? Where are the pre-orders? You got information that I don't see here? Need to check this out in some detail. Yeah, where are you getting all this information, dude? And, you know, and all this stuff is, like, not verified. So we're just going off, not FUD, but, yeah, this is just very confusing. They stated 13 pre-orders and 10Q? Really? Where is that? I didn't read that. Okay. Let me search. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see where it says that. I'm not gonna read through this whole thing. But you're really digging there, huh? Non-refundable assets. No, I don't see that. Hard to read and go back and forth in chat? Yeah. Alright, dude. Well, sounds like you're going to sit down and read the whole thing. So you're really going to dig into that. Well, you know, I don't really have time for that, but I'm sure there's some pretty useful information in there. But, you know, not many people are actually going to sit down and read through all of it. So, appreciate it, Swarley. You know, figuring this stuff out. So I guess maybe tomorrow you can come back and, you know, report what you found. Alright, actually going back up here. So gonna mute for a second while the siren passes and we'll do the TA. Page 9, restricted cash. Yeah, that's where I was. Restricted cash. I don't see where it says 13 pre-orders. It just says there are refundable deposits for $100. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through all this stuff right now, but you know, I appreciate you, Swarley, for digging through this. $13,000. All right, I got you. You said 13 pre-orders, so 13,000. All right, I got you. All right, so 1,300 pre-orders, not 13, because you said 13 before. I'm like, what? That's it? So 1,300 pre-orders. Yeah, that's not that much. And that's refundable too, you know, so they could just say, I don't want it anymore, and they pull out. So, all right, yeah, 1,300 pre-orders. According to them. So, yeah, bullish news on the battery pack. The Form 10Q financials don't look that great. But the stock is still up today. So I guess retail really can't complain too much. All right, let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, we have this big cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 52 cents. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 380. $460, $570, $640, $740, $815, $905, $980, $1070, $1165, or even the high of $1590. And here, in the shorter term, we have the smaller cup and handle. Bottom of the cup being the low of 75 cents. And there can be multiple possible tops. Let's see here. It can be 170. $285, $340, or $425. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. God, why are there so many sirens today? So the cup and handle does look bullish in the short and long terms. MACD. It must be good was at a nickel. Red now only. It must be good was at a nickel red. Now only almost green again. Yeah, it's coming back. It's at 115 now, but No, they actually didn't release their earnings. They submitted a Form 10Q, which is not the same thing. So we just went over that, and it said negative 32.5 million net loss and negative 63 cents per share. So it doesn't sound too good to me. I don't know what the estimates were, but that doesn't sound too good to me. But yeah, they actually didn't release their earnings. They just released their 10Q. All right, what else we got here? Down here on the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD line has crossed the signal line, so that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that it may be time to buy. Descending wedge. We did have this descending wedge. It looked like it was consolidating between 110 and 75 cents, and today it broke out of this descending wedge. So that was a bullish indicator that was telling us that the stock was likely to break out soon. The stock was likely to break out soon, and it did today. Let's go back. And then we do have a double gap down. First gap down back at 1190. So that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock may come back up to, should come back up to 1190 at some point. And then we have another gap, and then we have another gap down at 465. So that's another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 465 eventually to fill this gap. And those may take those should take a while, and those may take a while to fill, but eventually they should. But that's probably a long-term thing. Then we have a gap up. And then we do have a gap up at 60 cents. So that's a bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock may come back down to 60 cents to fill this gap. All right, and if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 125 and 115. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 125, 135, 155, 170, 180, 190, 195, 205, 210, 225, 235, 245, 250, 255, 265, 270, 280, 285, 290, $3 and then 305. There is resistance above 305, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 115, $1, 88 cents, 75 cents, 60 cents, and then the low of 52 cents. So right now at this current price, 117, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. So expect a regular amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 235 to the upside, the channel starts to narrow. So expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this breaks 235. RSI is currently at 41. So this is no longer in oversold and undervalued territory, which it was 2 days ago, two trading sessions ago, but still below average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 117 should be a little bit higher. And this did 65 million in volume today, way above the average of 26 million. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So honestly, fundamentally, I'm not the biggest fan of this stock. They have yet to. The CEO has yet to respond to the Hindenburg report. There are a lot of serious accusations in that report which need to be addressed, and they're getting sued pretty hard right now. There is a class action lawsuit going on. And it seems like they misled their investors. Last week they came out with their preliminary earnings. Said they had 45 million on hand. And today, earnings were supposed to come out. They're not coming out, which is usually a bad sign, because usually when earnings are delayed, that means that the company has something to hide. Not saying this is the case, but generally speaking, that's what happens. When companies have good earnings, they push it up. When they have bad earnings, they push it back. So this is not a good sign. And based on the Form 10Q that was filed today, it says they lost 32.5 million in the quarter and lost 63 cents per share. So financials don't look that good. So what I'm going to say here is based on the technicals, not the financials. So technically, the stock does look really good, I have to admit. Again, not a lot of bullish indicators. Long term, we have some strong bullish indicators in the cup and handle and double gap down. In the short term, we have some bullish indicators in the MACD. Descending wedge and low RSI. Only bearish indicator is the gap up. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, the current price of 117 is not a bad entry. You missed a really good entry back at 75 cents and even around $1. But here at 117, still not a bad entry. Pretty decent entry. Above average entry here. My only concern is that there is the gap up at 60 cents. So this may come back down to 60 cents. But a lot of upside, so there's a lot of upside potential and a lot of downside potential as well. So I would say going long here would be a high risk, very high reward play. There's about a 50% downside to 60 cents where the gap is. And I would say $400, 300%. And about a 400%. And again, in the long term, this should come back up to 465 to fill the gap down, and that would be about a 400% upside. And in the longer term, it should go back up to 1190 to fill the other gap, which would be over a 1,000% upside. So yeah, high risk but very high reward play. Somewhat of a gamble though, but I think it's worth a shot. So if you want to go long at the current price, 117, I can't support that. And if it pulls back below 117, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. But personally, I would try to get this back at 60 cents. There's a good chance it comes back down there, and that would be a really, really excellent entry. Really shouldn't go lower than that. That's near the all-time low. So if you want to go long at 117, not a bad entry at all. Pretty good entry. But you may be able to get this back at 60 cents, and that'd be an excellent entry. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. Not saying it's a bad play. That can work out. You can make a lot of money going short here. Again, there's about a 50% downside if this does pull back down to 60 cents, and there's a good chance it does. But again, a 400 to 1,000% upside in the long term. So I would say going short here would be a very high risk, high reward play. Personally, I wouldn't go for it. It's just way too risky for my liking. There's a lot of money to be made, but if this does go wrong, this is a meme stock, retail favorite. Theoretically, this can go squeezing at any time. And if it does go wrong, you're going to be in some pretty big trouble. So, way too risky for my liking. I just stay away from this. There are better short plays out there in the market. But it can work out. So, if you want to go short here, please do that at your own risk. And I would say cover at 60 cents where the gap is for a 50% upside. For a 50% gain. Alright guys, so this one's a bit complicated. Fundamentally, I don't know what's going on with the stock right now. So this one's a bit complicated. I don't know what's going on with earnings right now. Looks like it's not coming out today. Fundamentally, not the biggest fan of the stock. Technically, it does look good. It does look good though. In the long term, at least. In the short term, it does look bullish as well, but it may pull back to 60 cents. It does look bullish as well, but there is a lot of downside potential. So if you want to go long, long term looks like a good play. A lot of upside potential, 400 to 1,000% upside potential. But in the short term, this may pull back down to 60 cents. So if you want to go long, I can support it. And if it pulls back, you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. Although, personally, I would set the buy orders to 60 cents. And I think that'd be an excellent entry. And if you want to go short, I don't think that's the greatest play. Kind of risky for my liking, but it can work out. So if you want to go short, please do that at your own risk. And I would say cover at 60 cents where the gap is. All right. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is MULN, MULN Automotive. All right, guys, so that took a lot longer than I expected. I thought earnings would be out. They did not come out. So we just had to kind of wing it, improvise. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit all over the place today. But hey, we did the best what we had here with the information coming out. So thank you guys for sticking around, everyone who's still here. And yeah, let's get on to the Yolos now. So it's 6:23. So yeah, I thought we'd finish at 6 o'clock. But that's all right. Yolos should be pretty short. Shouldn't take too long. Not too many. So we should be out of here within like 15 minutes. But yeah, pretty long show today. which is fun. A lot of people in here chatting, which I always appreciate. Looks like Tide has been approved by the SEC just now. All right, great. I mean, there was no reason that it wouldn't get approved, right? So imagine it didn't. That'd be really bad. But yeah, I think that was expected. So yeah, great for BBIG holders. Up to 115 after hours and 118 is high of the day. What is reported price for Tide for IPO? Who knows? Who knows? I don't think it's gonna be as good as people thought it was, though. Yeah, no one knows. But yeah, all right, guys. So appreciate everyone who's still here. Let me just check YouTube real quick, but I think most people dipped. But yeah, appreciate everyone who's still here.
I appreciate you. You loyal.
And let's get on to the Yolos. Oh, there's 5 viewers. Okay. So, more than before. Appreciate everyone. So, yeah, that was kind of messy. But, kind of winged it. So, my apologies for, not being that prepared. I thought the earnings would come out by now. It didn't. So, we worked with what we had. So, that was kind of a choppy show. But, I'll be sure to edit it out in the video and it'll be a lot smoother. So, you guys can watch that later when I get to that. But yeah, all right, let's get to the Yolos now. And please smash the like button, guys, if you haven't yet. All right, let me pull up the Yolos here. Yeah, only 5 Yolos today. And most of them are memes. So, yeah, this shouldn't take too long. So, you guys have anything else you want me to look at? Questions, comments, concerns, charts, anything? Put them in the chat right now. Otherwise, we'll get through these Yolos pretty quickly, and we'll get out of here. Alright, just going to give this a second to finish loading. And we'll get started with the Yolos. It says Form 10, I think you mean 10Q. Form 10Q effective with NASDAQ approval. Does it mean it's ready for May 27th, or it's not what that means? No, it's not, because it said there that was unaudited. It said it was unaudited numbers, and financial statements or earnings reports have to be audited. So, yeah, I don't think they're prepared for earnings. They have to get that looked at by a CPA firm before it goes official. People saying before SEC hasn't approved the distribution date yet. You talking about BBIG or MULN? I thought you meant about MULN. I think you're talking about BBIG though. But now Reddit getting flooded with this news. Yeah, this is crazy. There's just so much misinformation going on right now about both these stocks, BBIG and MULN. No one really knows what's going on right now. So we're doing our best here. I think you're talking about BBIG, though. So, Form 10 effective with NASDAQ approval. BBIG, all right, got you. My apologies. I thought you meant MULN. Says Form 10 effective with NASDAQ approval. Does it mean it's ready? Is that what it means? That's what it means, people saying before SEC hasn't approved the distribution date. Let me see. If the SEC has approved it, and they said it was May 27th distribution, then that should be it. I guess you would have to really dig into the report, but if the SEC has approved it, and the SEC has said that this is the date that it's approved for and ready to go, then that should be it. But I really can't confirm. You know, this is new information to me, and there's no actual papers to go along with this stuff, no reports. So I guess we'll just have to see. But if the SEC approved it, and if the SEC officially said that it's ready to go by May 27th, then it should be ready to go by May 27th. Because you're saying that they got approved by the SEC, but people are saying they didn't get approved. So I'm just really confused about what's going on here. So I can't really comment on, you know, what's going on. But if the SEC did approve it, then it should be ready to go. Let's just put it that way. Because people felt Tide was going to get delayed before market closed. I guess after we're done with the Yolos, we could dig into that. See if I can find the actual SEC submission, and I'll read into that a little bit and see what's going on. But as of this moment, you know, this is a bunch of misinformation going on right now. Something about the distribution date of 27th can be delayed if something wasn't approved. Yeah, if the SEC didn't approve it, then it can be delayed. But you're saying it did get approved, right? So here's what we'll do. After we're done with the Yolos here, let me look up, see if the actual filing got. Let me see if I can pull up the actual filing with the SEC and see what it says. But if it did get approved, it should be ready to go. All right, low roller. Got you, dude. What is that YouTube video? But I'll pull up these Yolos you got for us here. Alright guys, so today should be pretty fun. Got a bunch of Yolos here, a lot of memes, some actual lost corn. And Low Roller has some stuff for us too, so this shouldn't take too long. Let's do it, guys. This first one's by Drio Marquis. There are some questions in life that simply cannot be asked. So, here's a meme. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, and Kathy Wood her year-to-date return. Because, you know, that's pretty bad. Clown on her. Must be like 75% down, right? I don't know. No one knows for sure. But she's just been getting wrecked on every single stock she's in. But I think her firm has to file actual financials, her losses. So I'm surprised no one actually dug into that. But yeah, not going good for Kathy. Put a space between sec.gov so it can comment on here. All right, so I'll give you mod as well, Zipdick, and then after the show, I'm gonna, you know, adjust that. But so you guys can post here. I gave you guys mod, so you can put the link now. I just gave you mod. Try it again. All right, this one's by Old Farmy. The Tars mentality of stock market. So yeah, I better get in on this. Keep on the dip. When Lambo, let's effing go. Double down Artard. I think Elon wants in, buying the discount. This is on sale YOLO. Boomers buying oil are missing on this. To the moon, buckle up, and then bam.
And it's gone.
I'm out to Wendy's. Give him the Wendy's. So yeah, this is pretty accurate. Pretty accurate of retail right now. You know, pretty delusional. Keeps going down to the moon, and then I'm out. Wendy's time. They ran out of money. Pretty accurate. Good stuff here. All right, I got you, Ziptic. Okay, next one. By Special Yam 1174. Stock market now. So I'm not exactly sure what this chart is, but it looks like maybe SPY. So here's a symmetrical triangle, which means it's either going to break out to the upside or the downside. So either Lambo or McDonald's. Really should be Wendy's, not McDonald's, but Lambo or Wendy's. So pretty accurate. No one knows where it's going right now. It's either going to moon or going to go really bad. Pretty accurate stuff. I mean, it's been pretty bad, but it can go a lot worse. You heard baby formula shortage in the news? Yeah, I heard something about that. I mean, I don't really care. That's like the least of my concerns, but what happened to good old, you know, mom feeding? So I did hear something about that, but I didn't really pay attention too much. All right, this is by Successful Flan 5398. The Feds, thank you Feds, I love you. So yeah, this guy had 1.44 million. So this is year to date. So in 2022, started with 1.44 million. Now he's down to 1 million. So $445,000 loss here. Ouch. Ouch. That has to hurt. That's pretty nasty. But hey, still a millionaire. He'll be okay. Yeah, I'm sure these are just stocks, not FD Yolos. So not the worst thing in the world. He'll make his money back. But yeah, that still hurts a lot. Losing 400K like that. Over 400K. 450K. So Successful Elon 5398. Thanks for posting. Sorry for your loss, dude. But, you know, that's how it goes. Still rich. You'll be okay. And I'm sure this was in stock, not FD Yolos. So just hold. Diamond hands. And you'll make your money back. And more in the future. Thanks for posting. Sorry for your loss. And good luck to you. All right, this is by Oxygen 300. Thank you, 2022. So this guy had 115,000, and now he's down 53K, 43%. Yep. So kind of like the other guy, just with a lot less money. But yeah, this doesn't look too bad. Seems like stocks, not FDs. So, you know, still got 60K. He'll be okay. Just hold diamond hands. You'll get your money back. You know, this is not typical Wall Street Bets FDs plays. These are like actually smart investing. Just, you know, 2022 hasn't been that great. But yeah, Oxygen 300. Thanks for hosting. Sorry for your loss. You'll be okay, dude. Just diamond hands. Hold. And, you know, may take a little bit. But, you know, this is a long-term game. You'll be alright, dude. Diamond hands. You make your money back. Alright, what's this? Sell off 2K of 401k blue chips for G McGee. Dip before it rip. It's called Hedging Mom. So this is from Aqua Team. This is an old episode. I remember this. This is Hand Banana. The dog. Tomorrow, you. GameStop. Yeah, so this is still people still playing GameStop. Unbelievable. Accidentally be holding for the last 7.5 years and found my old wallet file. Dogecoin, so he's 30,000 Doge. Alright, that's worth a decent amount of money. Probably a couple thousand. Right? How much is that? It's at what? Let's call it 9 cents right now. 30,000 times 9 cents. So he just, hey, made $2,700. Hey, awesome. So, you know, not the most amount of money, but that's pretty cool. Found 2,700 bucks. I'm sure he felt pretty good about this for a few days. Oh my god. Someone got a Luna tattoo. I'm officially a lunatic, thanks Stable Quan and my friends at Streetsmith Tattoos. Yeah, so, may have to get this removed. I mean, it's still alive, but, yeah, I'm pretty sure he regrets this. Terra is by far the meme stock coin with highest potential ever, 600 to 12k in literally 5 minutes. Gosh, I love value investing. My fundamental hypothesis is that Luna means moon. Take that, Buffett. See full image. He is wrapped Luna. 900%. Yeah, you know, you could day trade this, but this could have went really bad at the same time. So, don't do this, guys. This is gambling. Straight up. This is not value investing. This is gambling. Oh my god. So, yeah, this is high risk, high reward. And hey, it worked out for him, but don't do this, guys. Most of the time, this is not going to work, and you're probably going to lose all your money. So he got lucky, and I hope he doesn't do it again, because if he does, he may just give it all back. 600 to 12k, wow. That's insanity. So, yeah, this is gambling, not investing. He just got lucky. This could have went to 0 as well. But all right, good for this guy. Good for you. Ralborno 17. Good for you. Chill out next time. That's all I'll say. Chill out, cause good chance it's going to 0 if you keep doing this. Oh, Zach's still here. Plenty of other day trade places to day trade. Luna is done, I guess. Actually, Luna is a good time. Is a good one to day trade right now if you have the balls for that. I wouldn't do it, but hey, high risk, high reward. Okay, we got 2 more by Low Roller. You got YouTube video I posted? Yeah, I did. What is that, by the way? We can look at that after the SEC thing that Cryptic posted. Let me open that up. I put $50 in Luna and lost 20 so far, lol. Alright, so yeah, that sounded like just a gamble. But, you know, if you can afford to lose it, then fine. You know, 50 bucks, whatever. YOLO, right? But, I mean, 600, I guess if you can afford to lose that, then fine. But that's a bit much, I think, to be gambling on on Luna. So, yeah, that sucks, Siptic, but, you know. I think you knew that was a YOLO, that was a gamble. And maybe you'll get your money back. You know, I wouldn't count on it, but... Yeah. Most of the time, you know, when you gamble like that, you're going to lose your money. That guy just got lucky. New pack of Ritz on the left. Old on the right. We lost the cracker, ladies and gent. Looks like 2 crackers. Yeah, so... If you keep the prices the same, you gotta decrease the yield. Haven't eaten Ritz in a while. But yeah, just skip it on Ritz now. Wall Street Silver. I haven't been in on this one in a while. Inflation. From 1980 to 2000 to 2020, the McDonald's Big Mac gone from 50 cents to $8 and lost 40% of its size. $40 of its size. Think of it 40% due to inflation. Yep. Haven't had a Big Mac in a while too. But 50-cent Big Mac? Wow. What a ripoff now, huh? $8. For sure, just gonna let it sit there to 2023 and see what happens. Lol. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be Luna Classic now, so maybe that'll recover. But hey, you know, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. So hopefully it goes back up. But if it doesn't, whatever. You know, that was a fun just YOLO. Okay. So I thought this was gonna be a whole report here. So, order declaring registration effective pursuant to Section 12D of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 as amended. So they approved it. Cryptide requests that registration be made effective 30 days before expired. Okay. So let me see if there's any other reports here. But it says that it got approved by the SEC. The thing is, I don't know if May 27th is actually going to be a thing, because there's usually this thing called the cooling off period, which is, which people don't really know, but I had to learn this to become a financial advisor. There's this thing called the cooling off period, where after it gets approved, you have to wait at least 20 days for it to go public. So I don't think May 27th is gonna be approved on or it's not gonna go live on May 27th. So all right, so it did get approved. It's going to happen, but May 27th, that's not a sure thing, and I honestly don't think that's gonna happen. It shouldn't happen. But let me look this up. Cryptide SEC. So this is just some random stuff that I got Googled here. Let me see. So this was filed on January 25th. So let me just confirm that cooling off period. Let me just take the screen down real quick. All right, so my bad. No. All right, so May 27th can still happen, because it says here. All right, so yeah, after Form S1 is filed. So right here, IPO investment prospectus. It says here, IPO cooling off period, 21 days after Form S1 is filed. It can't go live. So it says here, Form S1 was filed on May 9th. So if this information is correct, I'm pretty sure this is, because it's SEC report. So it has to be 21 days minimum after S1 was filed. So if it was filed on May 9th, the earliest this can go live is May 30th. The earliest. So I don't think it's going to happen May 27th. But I'm just going off the information that I see here, just from a random Google search. And May 16th. So yeah, I don't want to I don't want to say for sure, but it looks like the earliest this is gonna Cryptide is gonna be effective is and go public is May 30th, because you have to wait 21 days after S1 gets filed, Form S1, and that says May 9th here. So I think the earliest it's gonna go live is May 30th. So I hope that answers your question. But again, I'm just doing Google searches here, so yeah, I haven't really looked into this that much. But based on what I have here, this is the official SEC website, so this should be correct. So yes, this earliest this goes live, IPOs, is May 30th. That's what I think. It was 59 cents. If it goes to 1 cent, then I make 1,500. 10 cents, then 15K. Yeah, high risk, high reward. Why not? Here's $50. Big Mac was 59 cents during promotion in 1990. Remember Litecoin Classic? It flopped. There's Litecoin Classic? I didn't know that. I know it's Ether Classic. Litecoin Classic? I didn't know that. You should have bought Lunacoin on Saturday morning. It was 8 zeros, now 5 0. You probably make a ton of money. Yeah, but, I don't know. At that time, everyone thought it was done. Yeah, fortunately, I got in it after I lost some zeros. I mean, it's still a pretty decent entry, but, it's a YOLO. It's not an actual investment. So, gambling money there. Looks like market maker going to be green tomorrow. Looks like market going to be green tomorrow. What's SPY at? Yeah, it's going up a little bit. Can't really say for sure. But it's around where it closed at. So, I guess at this point it's a coin flip. Can't say for sure. But in the aftermarket, it's like right around where it closed at. So, hard to say where it's going to go tomorrow. But I sure hope it's in the green. That'd be nice. Yeah, so Ziptic. Based on the information that I have here, I think the earliest it's going to go public, it's going to go IPO is May 30th, not May 27th. Can't confirm, but, based on the filings I have here, and based on the cooling off period, it looks like May 30th is going to be the earliest. All right, and last order of business here. So anything else, guys? Questions, comments, concerns? Put it in the chat right now. Other than that, we just have one YouTube video from Low Roller, and that should be the show. So yeah, I said 2 hours. We're gonna go 3 hours today, which is fine. We had a lot to get through. We had to wing a lot of stuff, so wasted a lot of time just looking through documents and stuff. That's fine. A lot of people in here chatting, so. Always willing to kick it with you guys. All right, Lower. This is a bit long.
How's it going, everybody? This is Peter Bush.
8 minutes. So let me try to skip along here. Because we're not going to watch this whole thing. But let's see here. But it says here, so he's 1 million Doge. His whole portfolio is in Doge. Average cost 7.7 cents. So he's still up $2,000. But yeah, I guess he was up a lot more earlier, and he just held, and now it's back down here. So hey, he's in the green at least, better than a lot of people. I'm in the red. So yeah, 1 million Doge. Wow, this guy's stacked in Doge, huh? Okay. Yeah, so he's still up 2,000 bucks, 2,200 bucks in Doge, but he should have cashed out at the high. Oh well, I'm in hands total. Yeah, so lower. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but I see here this is where he's at. Still up, so I can't complain too much. You like ramen? Yeah, I do like ramen. I don't really eat cup noodles anymore, but I like real ramen. But no, this is a joke because this is for it's a joke. We have Tendy Town, which is you know what tendies are when the stock market does good. We're in Tendy Town, which is this one. So you making tendies, you eat tendies when you make money. But in bad days like today, when it's red, we're in Ramenistan. We eat ramen because that's all we can afford. So yes, I do like ramen, but it's really a meme. It's a joke for the show. He was down $500K on the peak. You mean up 500K or down? I think you mean up. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but hey. This guy seems pretty loaded. He'll be okay. But all right, guys. So that's the show for today. So yeah, that was a lot. Went longer than I expected. I thought it would go 2 hours. We went 3 hours here, but that's because we wasted a lot of time on looking through documents and stuff. A lot of misinformation today. But that's all right. You know, happy to chill with you guys. You guys were here the whole time. So as long as you guys are in the chat. I don't mind staying late, but this is one of the longer shows we've had in a while, almost 3 hours here. But yeah, thank you guys. My apologies, because it was a bit choppy, you know. Like I said, a lot of time just looking at documents. But I'm going to get to work on editing these videos. So the edited version will be a lot smoother than the actual live show here. But so my apologies for, you know, the show is a little bit all over the place today. But I appreciate everyone who came in here. Thank you to all the regulars. Thank you to all the new people. Appreciate everyone.
I appreciate you. You loyal.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. You know, always a pleasure chilling with the community. And yeah, so appreciate everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Great show. And I think that's it. Unless you have anything else, anyone have anything else? Questions, comments, concerns? Put it in the chat right now. Otherwise, we'll get out of here. And please like the video and please subscribe, guys. And Wilson, yeah, it looks like in the aftermarket, this is actually going up over 400 now in SPY. So, yes, as of right now, it looks like tomorrow's going to be green. But we'll see. No guarantees. All right, going once. Going twice. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get out of here, guys. Thanks, everyone, for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on The Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.